Hey guys, Nabil here, and we are in the second day, or more like the second day of Tokyo Game Show has just wrapped, and I'm here to give you the latest updates from the world of SNK and what happened at TGS 2021. Specifically, of course, we're going to be talking about the King of Fighters 15. Before I get started, gentle reminder as always to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I drop a new video. Now, as you know, King of Fighters 15 is having a demo, a playable offline demo at the Tokyo Game Show venue, and it's only open to people with invitations. Now, yesterday was a big day. The first day of the Tokyo Game Show, we saw a lot of announcements. We had the trailer for Isla, we had the trailer for K-Dash, we saw the first matches of the King of Fighters 15, so it was a big day. And I'm not even talking about the King of Fighters 98 getting rollback and all those crazy announcements we had yesterday. So the second day was a little bit quieter, but had a lot of information. So the second day was all about gameplay. This is the dust has settled from the crazy announcement that we had yesterday, the crazy announcements with an S, and now it's people are trying to find out what the game is all about. So throughout the day today, we had a number of videos showing up on Twitter from pro players. We had video from IGN. We had video from other websites and other people posting on Twitter. We had tons of information. It really takes hours to watch all these videos. We had a video for 5 hours of gameplay. We have another video which had some really good players playing for about an hour and a half. And then we had IGN, which is more casual people playing. And we're gonna talk about some specific things. I'm not gonna go through everything because I'm still processing all the information. But this is what we learned today, right? We're gonna start with something simple, which is the colors of the screen when you defeat an opponent using a super. So the color of the screen, or that explosion, if you will, changes depending on what kind of level your super is. So here's the thing. If you finish the opponent with a level 1 super, the level or the whole screen turns blue, as you can see here. And if it's the level 2 super, it turns red, which looks really awesome. And if you finish with a climax, it actually is, the whole screen becomes gold and yellow. This is courtesy of Ryo Sakazaki on Twitter. He does a great job covering and talking about SNK and King of Fighters as usual. So this is not too big, but it's a cool thing to see. Now let's talk a little bit about some of the games and some of the critics. Yes, we're hearing some people are not happy with some things. We're gonna talk about that here in a second. Now let's talk about the auto combos. Now auto combos is a very delicate subject for KOF fans. I myself hated it in the King of Fighters 14 in the beginning of the game, but then I kind of don't mind it, because when you play against someone using auto combo, it's usually not that big of a deal. You can easily know what's going to happen. You know what the auto combo is. Now with the King of Fighters 15, it's a little bit different, because you have whoever's doing the auto combo has a little bit of control. So you can choose to end it with a super move, a special move, a climax, depending on what button you're going to press, which is, I think it's really cool, because it helps newcomers to get the feeling of the game. Now, I saw today on Twitter, a lot of people are complaining about how much damage an auto combo does. I've seen people saying 40%. I'm not bothered by the auto combos right now. I don't think they're a problem. Honestly, I think they're there for a reason, and we need new people, newcomers, to experience King of Fighters. If imagine you're a newcomer, first time playing a game, first time playing the King of Fighters, and then you see all the crazy combos and cancels and all the flashy things. You're gonna get turned off, because it takes time to be able to do that yourself, right? So it's a good thing that you have something easy, so you can do some cool looking moves if you play against some of the casual, and at the same time, if you like it enough, you're gonna put the time and learn the game, which is exactly what we want, to have a better, bigger KOF community, or SNK community. Moving on, and speaking about combos, as I said, with the auto combo or other combos, there's a lot of scaling, right? So if you combo into your climax, it's not gonna take as much as if you just do it without comboing it, which is the same thing we had in the King of Fighters 14. I think the combo scaling in 15 right now is still experimental. I think it's still gonna change. Again, this is a demo. This is probably an earlier build, and things will change. And speaking of changes, and that some people are requesting, the Shatter Strike. The Shatter Strike is actually causing a lot of crazy talks on Twitter. Now, this at the beginning we all thought that Shatter Strike is going to be a defensive move, right? You know, it's a way of getting a bit of invincibility and turning the tides, but it's just not that. You can actually use it in an offensive mode, as we saw yesterday, and it really opens a great combo potential. And we started seeing today people using Shatter Strike for some really cool devastating combos, and a lot of people are worried. Now, here's the thing: when you do a Shatter Strike, you use one meter, right? One power meter, one stock. If you land it, you get that meter back. So this is the problem here for a lot of people. They're saying, a lot of pro players, I'm not going to mention names, but a lot of pro players are saying this is very, very dangerous, and it's really not a cool thing, because everyone's going to be just going for that Shatter Strike, because once you hit, you know, there's not a lot of risk going with a Shatter Strike. Of course, if it's blocked, you lose that power stock, but if you know what you're doing, especially if you do it inside a combo, if you cancel into it, then you know it's gonna hit, and that means you're not gonna be losing any any power stocks, and it makes it kind of risk-free, and that's very dangerous. And I do see the concerns here. I do understand the concerns, but I don't want to judge anything yet. I'm still watching the videos. I'm still waiting to see if it's really a problem. And if it is, you know, SNK is going to change that. So this shouldn't be that big of an issue. Just make that power stock not recoverable, so even if you hit, you don't get it back, and we're done. Because, you know, it really seems like this is the biggest gameplay mechanic of the game. It's not EX moves. As much as I love EX moves, it is not that. It's the Shatter Strike. It's really crazy because you can cancel into it. And then it's, you know, and by the way, Shatter Strike also, it seems from today's videos, the first frame of the Shatter Strike is not invincible, which means you can't use a Shatter Strike on wake up. So if somebody's just, you know, trying to go in low kick, low B, and you try to wake up and you want to wake up with a Shatter Strike, you're still gonna get hit, because the first frame, at least the first frame, is not invincible. It means you're gonna get hit and you're not gonna complete your Shatter Strike, which is a good thing. Otherwise, it's gonna make it completely invincible and crazy. So they thought about that, and I'm glad they did that. So yeah, I think it's the jury is still out right now on the Shatter Strike. I think it's still early. So let's wait and see. Let's watch more videos. And again, I'm sure SNK is gonna take the feedback. This is the whole point of having this demo this early on. I mean, yes, the game is only 4 months away, but this is something they can change easily. So they're gonna take the feedback and see, you know, if we're gonna see if the Shatter Strike really needs to get nerfed or not, and if it is, I'm sure they're gonna do it. Last thing I want to talk about is Climax. Is the Max mode. Now, Max mode, we have a confirmation today from gameplay, is that once you are in Max mode, level 1 supers do not use your bar, do not use your stocks. It actually takes from the timer, the Max mode timer. Level 2 supers and Climax supers take only 1 bar, and that explains the level 1 into level 2 into Climax combos we've seen in many of the trailers. So we have a confirmation now, and we understand Climax. We understand the Max mode a lot better. We understand the Shatter Strike a lot better. We're understanding the game more. And, you know, besides that minor concern for me, I'm still the jury's still out on the Shatter Strike being quite kind of risk-free, because you can cancel into it and then you get back that power stock. And I kind of agree with that, as I said. Besides that, I mean, the game looks fantastic. And I have a headache every time I watch all the gameplay, and I'm like, I wish I was there playing this game. And I'm saying it right now, I wish SNK will give us this demo, make it available, because I mean, back in the day, you'll have multiple events around the world where they're gonna show the game But due to COVID, there's not a lot of events. So we have Tokyo Game Show. I don't think we have any other event in the next few months before release. So I really hope SNK is going to make this demo available for PlayStation and Xbox and all the platforms. Why not? So that people can experience it. We can send some feedback, and it's going to help make the game a great game at launch, because that's your first impression that you want to get right. And so that we have players that stick around this time, unlike what happened with the previous chapters when we talk about online. But that's another topic when we talk about online, of course. So this is pretty much what happened today. Again, it's a quiet but also busy day, because again, lots and lots of gameplay, and I'm expecting the same thing for tomorrow. Let's see what we're gonna learn about the game. Once this whole thing settled down, I'll do a video where we are combine pretty much everything we learned about the King of Fighters 15. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think of the second day of all the gameplay matches you've seen? Are you excited for the King of Fighters 15? Are you worried about Shatter Strike being too strong and risk-free? Let me know all that and more in the comment section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video from Neo Geo Now. Now don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not done so, and I would like to take this opportunity and thank my patrons for supporting the channel and making this content possible. Making daily videos, and especially the documentaries and lore episodes, takes a very long time and a lot of effort, and being able to get some support for these time-consuming tasks allow me to keep going and strive for more and better content. With that said, I want to give a big special shout out to Michael, Bryant Yard, Fahad Al-Suwaidi, SSBM Slick Tricks, Jacques Paul, and Karsten Bear. As well as special thanks to Shaka Asamiya, Refugio Robles, Felipe Guimara, Jihao Ju, Muhammad Al-Blushi, Anthony Longino, and Bernd Ritnatz. Those of you who are not yet Neo Geo Now patrons, I hope you will check my Patreon page where you can become patrons, helping the channel produce more videos, as well as receive special perks that are exclusive to patrons, like early access to videos, exclusive making-offs, and other SNK digital goodies. Link for the Neo Geo Patreon page is in the description below. So until next time, thank you for watching.